I don't think that this is going to be a long video, or at least I hope it's not longer than 10 minutes, at least for me to get to the point of what I'm about to discuss. So what you're looking at right now is the brand new 2022 quarter, and I think that they're basically making a bunch of quarters and putting certain, I guess you can say, pioneering women on the back of the quarter. And Maya Angelou is the first black woman to be featured on the U.S. quarter. And when I saw this, I said, are we supposed to be just jumping for joy because they put a black woman on the back of the quarter? Notice I said on the back of the quarter, not just the quarter, because what you're looking at is the front and the back. Of course, George Washington, that slave owner, is still on the front of the quarter while she is on the back of it. And if you looked at my thumbnail, it said first, I said they couldn't get Harriet, so they got Maya. And what I'm referring to, of course, is when they tried to campaign to put Harriet Tubman on the back of the $20 bill. Or not on the back of the $20 bill, but on the $20 bill, and replace her with, who was that, Jackson? I think that's Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill. And we was like, nah, that's not going to work. And notice we were very vocal about it, and they never did it, because that pretty much has been dead in the water for the last couple of years now. I mean, when they first brought it up, it was like, nah, that's not it. It's amazing that they will be quick to throw a black woman on the back of a quarter, but when we talk about reparations, they don't want to hear that. They do what they think is best for us and wonder why we act the way we do towards them. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article and get more context. Not that I really need any, but, you know, for video purposes, why not? A new quarter featuring legendary poet and civil rights activist Maya Angelou and other trailblazing American women have officially started shipping to banks on Monday, the U.S. Mint announced. Angelou was the first black woman to appear on the quarter. The Maya Angelou design is the first quarter in the American Women's Quarter program, a 4-year program that will include coins featuring prominent women in U.S. history. The other honorees include astronaut Sally Ride, actress Anna Mae Wong, suffragist and politician Nina Otero Warren, and Wilma Mankiller. What a name. The first female principal chief of the Cherokee Nation. The coins featured the other honorees will be shipped out this year through 2025. Angelou, who died in 2014 at the age of 86, held many distinctions. She received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from former President Barack Obama and won the Taurean Award, an honorary National Book Award. In 1992, she became the first black woman and second ever poet to write and present a poem at a presidential inauguration in 1992. She also held more than 30 honorary degrees and published more than 30 best-selling works. Each 2022 quarter is designed to reflect the breadth and depth of accomplishments being celebrated throughout this historic coin program. Maya Angelou, featured on the reverse of this coin in the series, used words to inspire and uplift. Mint Deputy Director Ventress C. Gibson said in a statement. The Angelou quarter shows the writer and poet on the tail side of the coin with her arms uplifted. Behind her are a bird and the rising sun. The mint says those images are inspired by her poetry and symbolic of the way she lived. The head side features a portrait of George Washington by a female sculptor that was first recommended to the mint back in 1932. So they figure, oh, since this sculpture of George Washington, that plantation and slave owner and former and first president of the U.S., was now known as the U.S., they figure, oh, it was sculpted by a woman, so it kind of takes away the intensity of who he was. At the time, it selected a design by John Flanagan to portray Washington. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen celebrated the new coins, praising how far America has progressed as a society. Has it really progressed? On the surface, it might have, but internally and at its core, it really hasn't. But I digress. I'm very proud that these coins celebrate the contributions of some of America's most remarkable women, including Maya Angelou, Yellen said in a separate statement. Several lawmakers, such as California Democrat Representative Barbara Lee and Senator Catherine Cortez Masto of Nevada, applauded the new release of the coin on Monday. The phenomenal women who shaped American history have gone unrecognized for too long, especially women of color. They didn't even have the acknowledgement to acknowledge her. I mean, they didn't even have the decency to acknowledge her as a black woman. They threw her right into that woman of color category. Proud to have led this bill to honor their legacies. See, like I said, they will pass something like this. They will pass a bill to put a black woman on the back of some currency. But when it comes to black people getting reparations in the form of currency, then it has to be a study. They didn't have to do a study to put Maya Angelou on the back of a quarter. They didn't have to do a study to attempt to put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill and replace her with another former slave plantation owner. As far as I know, I don't know if slavery was still around when Andrew Jackson became president. I forgot what year he actually became president, but during those times, 9 times out of 10, he didn't like black people, except in a certain tone and in a certain way. Lee was influential in introducing the Circulating Collectible Coin Redesign Act of 2020. The act passed in January 2021 and essentially paved the way for the design of the new commemoration coins. Nigga trinkets. That's all I get from this. That is all I get from this. I'm not going to jump up and down and be like, oh my God, they put Maya Angelou on the back of the quarter. For what? Why would I be excited about this? This means nothing to me. Okay? It just doesn't. And some of you probably didn't even know that this even existed. And the thing is, many of us probably wouldn't even notice that if they never put something out there, because many of us, when we get coins, sometimes we just put it in our pocket and just go about our day. We're not examining it to see what it is until we actually see it. Now, some people might be excited about this, but this does not excite me. And this in no way, shape, or form is me disparaging Maya Angelou in any way before anybody comes on here and tries to attack. This has nothing to do or with her personally. It's the principle of the matter that they are trying to make it seem like this is a huge deal. And notice she's the only black woman that they selected to be put on a coin. And then be careful of the type of woman that they would put on the coin. Let's be real here. They wouldn't put a Dr. Frances Cress Wilson on a coin. Not their currency anyway. Or a Shahrazad Ali on their coin. Or a Sister Soldier. They wouldn't do that. Not that any of them would want to be on it anyway, but I'm just saying. They wouldn't just go ahead and just do it. And I wondered, did they converse with Maya's family before they decided to make this move? I'm just curious because I didn't see anything in here stating that they did if they didn't. Because I know if you use someone's likeness and they are a person who definitely left a legacy, you're supposed to talk to their descendants first before you do that. But that's just something I'm putting out there. Maybe they did. I mean, that would be like the least they could have done. But this does not excite me. And I'm almost certain it does not excite you as well.